Champaign-Urbana, a mid-sized Illinois city. It harbors a unique variety of life, ranging from birds to muskrats. The key to its success, the Boneyard Creek. This body of water not only provides flood control, but an environment for the many species that live in the area. Among the most common, boisterous, and yet graceful of the inhabitants are the birds. The Branta canadensis, or the Canada goose, is one of the most prevalent members of the creek. They live as resident geese, meaning they stay year-round and are easily identifiable by their brash honking, as well as their black neck, head, and beak, along with the white chin strap. One reason they are drawn to the Boneyard in the 2nd Street Basin is that it offers an extensive food source, with a body of water for them to feed on aquatic vegetation and a large field of grass that they happily eat and digest. While it is great for their summer diet, when winter arrives they must forage for berries and seeds. The creek also provides open areas in which to lay their nests. The females choose the location of this nest carefully, placing it close to the water, as well as in an unobstructed location to allow for constant supervision from the parents. These precautions taken by the birds help ensure that their 2 to 8 eggs will survive the incubation period of around a month. Once they hatch, the goslings are covered in yellow down feathers to keep them warm. Within a few days of hatching, they can already perform many activities such as swimming and feeding. For the next 10 weeks, the parents will ferociously guard their offspring, nurturing them until they can fly. The adult Canada geese can use several different body signs to display their level of aggression toward potential enemies to them and the goslings, including other geese. When alert to a possible threat, they raise their neck and hold their head horizontally. If wary of another goose, they might coil their neck back, staring at the goose. A sign of increased threat is shown when they lower their head and stretch it forward, often accompanied by a hiss to intimidate their opponent. Overall, great effort is taken by the Canada geese to ensure the success of their next generation, and along with an abundant food supply, it is no wonder why they are the most common birds at the Boneyard. Among the species of ducks, the mallards are the most ubiquitous. The Anis platyrincus are easily identifiable by their distinguished green necks and yellow beaks. Right under the neck, male mallards have dark brown breast feathers. Male mallards can change their feather color during mating season, which is when people usually recognize them. But during the non-mating season, male and female ducks look almost identical. Unlike Canada geese, mallards conceal their nests, creating them out of nearby resources, while the female incubates the eggs. One reason they are drawn to the environments like the Boneyard is because it provides them with these areas of cover and material to build their nests with. Another reason it appeals to mallards is because they are dabbling birds, meaning they eat aquatic vegetation as well as picking at prey on the shore. Their elongated body shape facilitates this dabbling as they can easily tip over into the water to pick up the next meal. One of the most visually striking of all the birds of the Boneyard is the great blue heron, named after the blue wing, back, and tail feathers, has a pair of black stripes over their eyes. It ranges from 38 to 59 inches in length and can have a wingspan of over 79 inches. It is easily one of the largest birds to visit the creek. Wary of humans, it is often in flight where it can glide great distances on its large, wide wings. Its tall legs allow it to stand easily in the water, and its long beak is specialized for spearing fish and grabbing up small creatures. The great blue heron is one of the most patient predators, watching and waiting in the water until the right time to strike its prey. With a lightning-fast jolt and an extension of its neck, it is a very effective predator. Once it has its prey in its clutches, it will hold it in its beak for some time, trying to swallow it. With no teeth to break its meal down with, it will need to swallow it whole. Eventually, the heron flips its head straight up into the air and uses gravity to help eat the unfortunate creature in one gulp. After it has swallowed its lunch, it is still visible as a large lump that travels slowly down the heron's throat. But not only does the great blue heron have to provide for itself through hunting, it must also care for its offspring. They care for their young mainly in nests and trees. While they lay 3 to 6 eggs per season, only 1 to 2 of them will survive into adulthood. Assuredly, the great blue heron is one of the most elegant and beautiful birds to grace the Boneyard Creek. It is a wonder that a town so industrialized like Champaign-Urbana could support such birds, but the Boneyard Creek undoubtedly provides an ideal environment for many creatures, including birds, to thrive.